Hi, I'm psychologist Dr. Rich O'Neill with this week's Checkup from the Neck Up. The belly laughs, the heart smiles, or comedies, tragedies, and coronary heart disease. Well, folks, when I was a teenager, I was telling my friend's mother, Mrs. McHugh, how this very grim, depressing movie I'd just seen was great. The buoyant Mrs. M said, I don't go to movies like that anymore. Life is tough and depressing enough all by itself, and I don't think it's good for us to get upset and depressed if we don't have to. In the 3 or 4 years, harumph, decades in the meantime, science has shown that Mrs. M was right. Anger, depression, and distress ain't good for us. They're all linked to heart disease and predict an untimely visit from the grimmest of all, the Grim Reaper, who oddly enough had a cameo in that Bergman movie I was so persuasively reviewing for Mrs. M. Anyway, I just read a new study that found people who'd had a heart attack and had an angry personality were 50% more likely to have another heart attack in the next 10 years compared to heart attackers without an angry personality. That's pretty depressing. But careful, because remember, depressed people are more likely to develop heart disease and to die from a heart attack than people who aren't depressed. So here's the good news. Another study monitored subjects' blood vessel constriction, a factor related to heart disease, while they watched 15 minutes of a distressing movie or a comedy. After the distressing movie, their blood vessels constricted big time, reducing blood flow by about a third or more. After 15 of the comedy, blood flow increased about 20%. Wow, a 50% difference. The thought is negative emotions may damage the cardiovascular system and positive emotions protect it. And the movie watching effects lasted for about an hour, with other researchers having seen the benefits of laughter go up to 24 hours. And the size of the positive change is similar to that from statin meds and physical activity. So, take 2 comedies and don't call the ER in the morning. I'm Dr. Rich. I've been mad as hell, and I'm not going to do that anymore. O'Neill. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want more info, we've posted links to the studies on our website. Have a good week.